Let's see. Let's see when we live. We live.
Yeah. Oh my God. What's the name? We got the new platform, guys. I feel brand new. I feel brand new. Welcome to the Beyond Celebrity Show. I'm your host, Cesar Pena. Of course, we got our co-host, the other host, our partner in crime, Miguel Sanchez. Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, everybody? You like the new digs?
Yeah. So yeah, we're supposed to have two guests today. We're gonna see if they pop in. We had to start on time because we got the new stuff up right now. So we got to make sure we started on time. You know. But yeah, we're hyped.
Yeah. So they're about to be on, but like, all right, let's start with our regular. Like, let's talk about what's happening today. Oh, there it is. So, Josh.
There we go. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
going on, Josh?
Thanks for having me.
Oh man. What's the name? It's our pleasure to have you, Josh. You're the second one of our coming up the fans to be on the show. So we're delighted to have you, Josh.
Oh man, I'm excited. Obviously I watch you guys every day, so this is pretty cool. I'm very honored. Thank you.
So what you doing now, Josh?
Thank you for watching.
I had to sneak away in the car. I got two little ones in the house. Thankfully, my wife's taking care of that.
So me and Miguel, we have two not little ones, but I have one little one, and my daughter is 11. So
wow.
I know. I run down to my office, I close up everything, and then I'm here, bro.
I was gonna do it outside, but we got a storm going right now here in Chicago. So I said I'll just go in the car and make it be quiet. You know.
That's awesome. What's up, Miguel?
Nice. I got three. So, and I'm in their room hiding because they're in the making a bunch of noise like feet away from me.
Hey, you need one more. You need one more. You can't go to Disney with odd numbers, man.
I know.
It's okay.
So Josh,
so nice.
Go ahead.
No, so Josh, I was gonna start it. Go ahead.
So I saw that email you sent me, man. You had me tearing up and stuff. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I try to, not a movement, but at least get people educated a little bit about it. So thank you for watching it.
Tell the fans, about that whole great you came to the rescue moment. I know, it was your honor to do it. Tell the
Definitely.
what happened.
So my wife's best friend was diagnosed with cancer, a form of bone cancer, when we were I think she was 16. And then we started to go to St. Baldrick's, like a fundraiser, and basically for kids with cancer, pediatric cancer. And it was started by a fire department because one of their kids had it. So now it's turned into a huge thing. But there was a company there, DKMS, and we turned 18 years old, and you had to be 18 to do this swab and get on file. So my buddy and I and my wife now, my girlfriend at the time, we just went up to the table, signed up. They literally took like a swab of each cheek, or I think we did it, and then we put it in a little packet and sent it off, not even thinking, not even knowing really what it's all about and stuff. So they put you in a file in a database, and then 10 years later, I got called that a lady was in need, not even knowing it was a lady. Anybody, it could have been from, anywhere in the world. And you just have to have that willingness to help out. Wow. So my mom's a nurse. My wife helps. She's a teacher for kids with disabilities. So it came like full circle to be able to help this wonderful lady that now we've become close family friends with. So she had a couple weeks to live, and I was given the call to donate bone marrow. So thankfully,
Wow,
she
wow,
she, she could wake up to her two beautiful kids every
wow,
day. They live in Arizona, and I live in Chicago, and it's a miracle. But I'm very happy for her husband and her family, obviously. And we try to support their light the night in Phoenix now every year
wow.
as much as we can. So,
That's
and
amazing. Amazing.
the crazy thing is, which I don't know. Sorry to cut you off. Like we were told that we were 100% match, which is like never. Like even twins don't even have 100% match. So
Wow.
like somewhere down the line is like, are we related somehow, or how does this come? And then people are always like, they look at the show when it was on Hallmark, they're like, man, you guys look so much alike too, But it's pretty wild. So
It-
it's pretty
I mean,
fun.
it was fitting that it was on the Hallmark
Yeah.
station. On the Hallmark station, they always got like those stories, those movies that's like heart wrenching and stuff like that. So when it came out, I was wondering why you sent me that. I was like, Josh got to be somewhere here. Josh is not the host, right? I was like, Josh is not the host of this show, So when I was hearing
Exactly.
her story, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be Josh, man. Josh came to the rescue, man. I was like, wow. So Miguel's playing with the thing. My head looks crazy on here.
I got a little sunburn today from work. I work for I'm a village worker, so I've been out in the sun today doing the ball fields for the kids, even though they're not playing, unfortunately. But you still got to keep up with the stuff,
Yeah.
So as white as I am, I got a little red, a little toasty.
At least you're outside. I haven't been outside in like weeks.
I know. I got no color.
You gotta stay away from everybody though. But yeah, thankfully I've been going in. We've been getting paid, but been going in a couple days out of the week to just maintain,
Let's keep the feel good, right?
It's rough, man. It's everybody's feeling. I mean, I never thought I'd have to wear a mask in my life to go to the store, but just got to do it. I've been taking my kids by my grandma in the driveway, and she'd be on the front porch, just so she could see them.
I know.
But
wow.
It's wild.
And the thing is, especially, it's creeping up. It's creeping up hard in Chicago right now, right?
Big time. My buddy's a Chicago cop, and he just got tested the other day. He thinks it's allergies, thank God, which it most likely is. But he said it was like one of the worst tests ever. They stick that thing so far down your nose into your throat.
I saw when they pulled up, like they do the test with the cars. The cars pull into one of these stations, and they stuck the thing all the way up the nose, like near your brain.
See?
Yeah. I can't mess with that. I'd rather just stay home. Just stay home.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Don't touch nothing. Don't go by nobody.
Nope. So Josh.
Yep.
Who are you a fan of, brother? What is like?
I got a question before that.
Go ahead.
What's the process of giving bone marrow? Like what did you have to go through?
Wow. That's a good question. Yeah. So I did like a few physicals, and they asked me questions, when was your most recent tattoo, or have you done drugs, and all the basic questions, and then they take you in to do a physical, and then it's really like a week process, because they have a nurse come to your house and inject you in the back of your arm with it's called Neupogen, and it's this tiny little vial, and about the third day, that's when it gets you. So it's building up your stem cells, right? So you feel, when you work out and your muscles are sore, and you're like, oh man, but you feel your bones getting bigger in your head.
Whoa.
But the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, man, this person needs it. This person needs it. This person needs it. You just got to fight through it, Been through worse. Who knows what they're feeling like? And what happens when they're injecting me in those 5 days, she's getting drained out. So if you back out, that's it for that person. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And they call you, and they make sure that you're going through with it, obviously, for those reasons. But needless to say, so the 5th day, You go to the hospital, and they hook you up to like an IV. I think there was pictures on the video. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was. There was.
Yeah, so they put like a big needle in my wrist, kind of. They hit a vein there. Then it goes through a machine. It separates the white and the red cells, goes into a bag. The red cells come back into me. The white go in the bag and it gets sent off immediately, right away. I was supposed to be in there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I was in there for 2 hours and 15 minutes because my body had built up so much to get it out.
Oh wow.
Thankfully. So the next day, totally normal, totally fine. Like, yeah.
So
it was just that.
How did they remove it from you? Is it a surgery? It's not a surgery to take it away out of you.
You know what? The surgery part, like if you were to stand straight up and put your hands on your hips, where your thumbs go, that's where they would drill you into your bone, into your hip bone. But they don't tell you until the process is over that if you did that, that more than likely you donated for a kid, a child.
Oh, wow.
So mine, she was 32 at the time, and I was young 20s, and it was like donating blood, I guess you can say. The two, a needle in one arm and then a needle in the other. But I would encourage anybody that's able to do it. It didn't cost me anything. They took care of if I needed any flights, anything like that. So it was definitely worth it.
I just sent the link to Miguel right now, so he can put it.
I put it up. I remember you sent it to me before. I put it up on the chat already.
Okay.
Thank you.
So people can see it. You know what I'm saying? No problem, Josh. That's our pleasure.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If somebody
try to,
life,
I try to use that little bit of platform to at least encourage people to at least look into it.
Yeah. I commend you for that, brother. You a superhero for that one, bro. Like
it's. I think not me. I appreciate it, but I think she was the strong one to. I mean, she had nothing left in the tank, and she's a fitness and like a soul cycle instructor on the weekends, and she's a hard worker and has those kids, but she fought through it. So thank God it was. You never know. I could have donated to somebody in jail. And you never know.
That's true. That's true. But you're still saving a life. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
I'm hoping, if that person was in jail or something like that, that actually would change their life for the better.
I think they would see a different outcome on life.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Josh, let's get into the celebrity stuff, my brother.
Definitely.
Who are you into? What celebrity do you like?
I mean, I'm more of a sports guy.
Okay.
I've been following. I won't say his name, but I'm a family friend of an ex Chicago Cubs player.
Wow.
And I've had the privilege of going to spring training and being in locker rooms and all that good stuff. And I think it just stemmed from getting autographs then.
Okay.
And then just to keep it short, my uncle worked. Are you familiar with the John Hancock Center?
I'm not.
No. Like the Sears Tower.
Okay. Yeah.
So in Chicago, it's like the two famous buildings. Well, across the street from the Hancock building is the hotel that the opposing players would stay at.
Okay.
So my uncle worked at the Hancock building overnight. So he would see the cones out there. He'd be like, "Hey, the team's staying here tonight."
Nice.
So it'd be my in. So I go down there and wait for hours until the teams would pull up, and I get my stories there. Sometimes I never really saw like musicians or anything of that sort, but besides waiting for the baseball players or football players and stuff like that. But yeah.
Like who else? Like who are you like? You want to meet, like who, like celebrity wise, like who? First thing, who's your woman crush because your wife is not here?
I think it'd be pretty cool. Like a Sophia Bush, maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know Sophia Bush. She's actually a very nice person. She's very nice.
Is she?
Yeah, I met her twice. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's a cool person. Yeah. All right.
And when you used to when you used to get, I just had a question about when you used to get when you used to meet the baseball players. Did you used to get autographs or did you just meet them, take pictures?
Yeah, before, because I was a little younger, so I'd always get the autograph.
Yeah.
And now if I see somebody, I always just get the selfie.
Okay.
But some of those stories, I mean, crazy in the clubhouse. I could tell you one really fast. I don't know if you're familiar with the guy, Kyle Farnsworth.
Yeah, I heard.
He played on the Yankees. So this guy was an absolute animal, right? He's like chiseled body. I mean, just crazy athlete, nuts. Well, one day we're in the clubhouse and he rolls up late because he was at the bar playing celebrity bartender, looks up at the TV and says, "Holy, I'm playing. They're in the game right now." So
what?
he comes strolling into the dugout hammered, but he's a reliever, so it was early in the game, but still they go to the game 5 to 7 hours, before the game starts. And here's this guy, all the fans are there, game started, and he looks up at the TV and playing bartender and says, "Oh my God." So I don't know how he got there. that guy would always have, oh my God, he would. One day he got woken up by the Chicago cops on North Avenue Beach. They said, "Dude, you got a game at noon, and here you are. It's 8 o'clock, hammered on the beach. You better get to the park."
Oh Lord!
I guess his career wasn't too long, huh? I guess that's why, right?
Yeah, those guys were, man. And you meet, you get some guys like, Barry Bonds, obviously, right? So, known as not being the most pleasant type of dude to the media and camera and stuff. But I got to tell you, to be honest with you, when the cameras were off, he was the nicest guy in the world.
Really?
Sign everything. He'd take pictures with everybody. But when those
oops, sorry.
No, that's all right.
Barry
Bonds. He was the man when the cameras were off. Yeah.
So Barry, I heard too many stories about Barry Bonds not being the nicest guy out there. So that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this during his playing career?
This is during his playing career. He was an absolute a-hole if the cameras were on. But if they were off, dude was awesome.
Give us the story. You gotta give us the story.
It's crazy because that's a flip-flop. That's a flip-flop because usually when the cameras are on, you're supposed to be acting the best, and then when the cameras is off, you're the biggest D-hole. So that's pretty crazy. That's a crazy kind of thing right there.
I wanted to say, like in the a couple episodes ago, I think we were talking about that, or you guys were talking about that. I couldn't text all that in a text, but I wanted to say that so bad. I'm like, man, I got a story that's the opposite of usually what happens,
So I see Shannon is shocked on Facebook. Shannon must be a grapher too.
Another cool guy, one of the most gracious people in the world that people don't know about. He has a son that he married a lady, and the kid has a little handicap. Albert Pujols.
Oh yeah!
Wow, really? I
didn't know that.
So I played baseball for Triton Community College over here for a year, and our spring training was down in Florida, and we went to the Best Buy. He bought everybody games. Like at that time it was like PlayStation or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the kid was with them, and anybody in the store, like if you were in that aisle, he's buying you a game. That guy.
Wow.
Albert, cool dude. Yeah, really cool guy.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
I would have thought of that, Albert, because again, I hear these stories about even Pujols. What I'm saying?
Yeah, I never really heard anything about Pujols. He's kind of like away from the cameras,
But this is the thing, right?
Always
baseball, like baseball players and stuff like that. Like Major League kind of got a hold on a lot of like their social media and their presence.
Oh yeah.
On like any kind of social stuff and things like that for some reason. Like NBA is different. Even the NFL is starting to try to be more known in social media because they usually wear face masks and stuff, so people don't know who they are.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Major League Baseball, for some reason, I heard this guy, I heard Gary Vee talking about a lot of that, how they have to switch it up and really, so
like the best player who is like who's it, Bryce Harper or something like that. He's like
the other one, the one that
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout from Jersey too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, 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 he is.
But he's like very, like, nobody even knows his face, you know, and he's like the best player, you know.
I know.
Hey, one time, another quick story about someone cool, not an athlete though, but a big name, A-lister. So I used to work at a casino here doing security before I found my niche, and in comes walking Channing Tatum.
Wow! Yes. This is recently,
and he. No, this is like this is before he was even married.
Okay, yeah. That was a different Channing Tatum. Yeah, I know Channing Tatum. I knew that one.
He came in. Yeah, he came in. He came into the front doors and like a normal person, and went right up to the desk where you get ID'd. We didn't even have to tell him, like, you know, because you look young, under 35, you go get ID'd. He just went there. Everybody, the guy looked up. He's like, "Is this for real? Like the Channing Tatum?" He's like, "Yeah." He was with a buddy. Yeah, he was cool as hell to everybody. But you're not supposed to take pictures in the casino anyway. So he got they get away with it. That's why I think they like being in casinos.
So I got a quick story like that too. I before I became Paparazzi, I worked at the Waldorf Astoria, and I used to do night security there. So we used to get all the A-listers, all the top A-listers used to come to the Waldorf. So not Rihanna, Angelina Jolie, she came and she used to be a regular at the Waldorf. And wow. I used to bring the kids up, you know, with their luggage because she never trusted nobody else. She used to ask, she was like, "Is Cesar working today?" "Yeah, I want him to take, you know, my luggage up and stuff like that." And she used to hit me off after that, right? I used to do like the bellhops and stuff like that job, especially with awesome. Celebrities. You know? So after a while, I was calling her like Angie and stuff like that, and she was like, "Oh my God," you know, like I used to treat her just like a regular person. She used to hate when people used to kiss her butt. So she was like, "Keep your eyes out for Brad, you know, Brad Pitt, you know, he's coming." And I was, "I'll take care of it." So I'm working my shift. All of a sudden, I see this guy with more beard than me. Like his beard was coming down like this, all the way down here, right? And he literally looked homeless. He looked homeless.
You never know.
Never know. So he came. If I didn't know Brad was coming, I would have never knew that was Brad, right? So wow. I was watching him walking, and I'm like, "Man, is this Brad Pitt?" And I'm looking at him, and he got close to me, and I'm like I kind of whispered, like, "Yo, I know where you're going." And he looked at me. He was like, "What?" I was like, "You're trying to go upstairs, right?" And Angelina, you know, Miss Jolie told me to, you know, grab you up. And he was like, "Oh man, thank you so much." So he kind of handed me his bags, and he had all this paperwork. He looked like a madman, right? All this paperwork was like falling out of this like little bag that he had, right? So I'm like, "Man, this dude is out of control right now. Like he's really homeless looking, and literally like he's playing the part of like a homeless man right now, right?" So I took him to the elevator. And I'm staring at him, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" I'm like, "For real, Brad, man, like you look like shit, right?" I told him this is the first time meeting him and everything, right? And he looked at me. He kind of like gave me this look, like, "Yo, yeah, I know I look like shit, right?" So we hit it off automatically there. Next time I saw Angelina, she was like, "What, you told Brad that he looked like shit?" You know? And I was like, "Yeah."
He probably never heard that in his life.
Never. He never heard that before, ever. So that put me in another level with them because they knew I didn't hold my tongue. One, right? It wasn't disrespectful. Like I was really telling them what it is, right?
That's awesome.
But we got real close like that, and Yeah, yeah. It was just a funny kind of moment of just not me caring that there was a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what made, put me in where I'm at right now. Just not thinking about, even with Rihanna, when I'm around Rihanna, I don't look at
Just be
her.
normal.
Yeah, I look at her as like a sister. I look at her as normal. But when she leaves, I'm like, man, I was just around Rihanna, right? This kind of thing
Oh yeah.
comes over me like, man, I was around Rihanna. Wow. So yeah.
The baseball player that I know, so he's made over $100 million in his career, right? And we'll be going golf or out to eat or stuff like that. And same thing. It's totally like, you're friends. You don't act. Yeah, I used to get autographs and be a fanboy and all that, but then you're older. But then you realize when you're out golfing, you're like, oh my God, I forgot I'm with him. People are wanting to take pictures. People are wanting, and he's like, wait until I'm done eating. Wait by my car. You obviously know what car he's driving. You know, go hang out there, and thankfully he does, sign for everybody or take pictures.
Yeah.
But I have a story like that too, kind of, but not as cool as Brad Pitt.
Go ahead, bro. Storytelling. Let's do it.
We were at Wrigley Field. I'd show up early with the player, and I'd get really cool with the security guards. Like they're cool dudes. I know they just grind it out. It's long hours, right? So I'd always get them autographs because they can't. They're working. So I'd be like, I got a friend, two friends. This, you're gonna let them come in because the players are supposed to know, but I'm not gonna let them know. You know what I mean? So I'd sneak these guys in there, and they would get autographs and stuff. So the one day, every day actually, I'd always ask the one security guard. I say, hey, any celebrities coming through? Because they either throw out the first pitch or they sing the seventh inning stretch, right? So, and he'd always have a list because he's there early. This guy. So that's how I'd always get my pictures or autographs. Well, one day we didn't even know because there was a cancellation, and guy walks through to the family room, and he walks right past me. Didn't have a clue, and the security guard tasked me. He goes, "You know who that was?" I'm like, "Regular Joe Schmo." He goes, Johnny Depp."
Wow.
Hat down. Never would have even known. He had a regular baseball hat on, skinny as can be. I'm like, oh my, I just blew it because he was gone by that time. By the time I was told, he was gone.
No, but you put Johnny Depp up there. I put him up there with Brad Pitt, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Johnny Depp is A-list. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I missed it. But I blew it. I missed it. That's gone.
That's the thing. Like, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen, got to meet him.
Let me tell you something. Johnny Depp, and I got it on my podcast, the other podcast that I have. Johnny Depp is probably my top 5, one of the best people ever. I don't want to put the hot sauce on your thing, but
that's cool.
Yeah, no, but he is probably one up there with like Will Smith, those kind of yeah. He will stop no matter what. Like he would do autographs. Like he's amazing guy.
See, I would see him to be the total opposite.
Nah, Johnny Depp. I seen him sign for 1,000 people at Letterman.
Holy smokes!
1 hour. 1 hour he was out there signing for everybody. I had to take time off of my video camera. I had 15 minutes of video of him signing. And I'm just like, yo, what? This guy is a monster. He's a beast.
That's how it should be, though. He appreciates that. If it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have no money.
100%. But some celebrities don't think that. But we're gonna keep it positive. I got those other stories. I'm keeping that dormant. I'm keeping that dormant.
One of the baseball players. I got another one. So it was late. We were out by the hotel waiting, and the game went in extra innings because there was a rain delay and all this stuff. So Milwaukee Brewers are in town, right? So I'm with a buddy of mine. It's just me and him. It's like 2 a.m. So I tell him, you're gonna get Prince Fielder, and I'm going to get Ryan Braun, right? So the bus shows up. Obviously, we've been waiting for hours. So cool. So I'm waiting and just waiting. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's awesome. Ryan Braun, right? Shows up, Prince Fielder goes and signs for him, no problem. Here comes Ryan Braun, tells me, he looks at his watch. He goes, it's 2 a.m. Go F yourself. I'm like,
Really?
oh my, I'm like, dude, I've been waiting here so long. And mind you, I don't even sell these autographs. I do keep them. Like, I have a whole room and basement of just memorabilia. You know what I
Wow.
mean?
Wow.
He got me good. So, and then right after that, I said it was bad karma because he got popped for the steroids.
Wow.
Right, like couple days later.
Oh my God. Who used to be real bad, but I always used to be real cool with him, but he used to be bad to almost everybody else was A-Rod.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. He was one of the worst. Like people used to try to get him and he was just like, what up? Like, get out of my face type thing, like get out of here. And because I'm Dominican, so I used to talk to him in Spanish sometimes. And
Yeah, you
he was relating with me, but it was a huge story because he was with Madonna at this time. You know what
oh
I'm saying? So it was just so big, and I was getting him all the time, and it was crazy. It was just a crazy because it'll be like Madonna at the Reebok Club, and then A-Rod be at the Reebok Club. So A-Rod would leave like another way, and then Madonna come out another way. So it was just a lot of running around. It was crazy. Those were crazy times.
man.
But yeah, A-Rod, but he changed a lot now. He's like the nicest guy in the world now.
Well, you
Oh,
got J-Lo now. J-Lo make your worries kind of go away, I guess.
yeah, he's got nothing to be mad about right now.
Yeah, he's living the dream right now. He's doing
The one time we were in spring training and another buddy he got traded to the Oakland A's, Sean Gallagher. He was really low profile. Nobody probably ever know who he is. But anyways, so we're hanging out and here comes Jason Giambi in his Ferrari and in the parking lot, and he goes, "You guys want to try it out? Have us, go for a spin?" I'm like, I looked at it, I was mute. I didn't say nothing because I don't know what this guy's thoughts were.
Yeah.
And of course, but Jason John, he was cool. He let us. I was in the passenger seat, but we went for a spin. He was a cool dude too.
What,
Giambi.
in his Ferrari?
Yeah, silver Ferrari. Jason Giambi, yeah, it was awesome.
Nice.
Wow.
Obviously.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Him. I'm trying to think. Miguel Cabrera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, huge name.
Yeah.
So every time he's in town, I've never seen him not do this. He obviously has a huge following, right? So they'll get off the team bus, or he'll have his own. Usually, he'll have his own SUV because he has his family with him.
Yeah.
And his family will go inside, and he'll tell everybody there could be like 20 to 50 kids and stuff. He'll just say, make a single file line, and I will sign for everybody if you guys don't act like idiots. You know what I mean?
What?
So everybody lines up because they already know the deal. If you're a regular, and he'll sign for everybody. He's a cool dude, Miguel Cabrera, yeah. But don't take advantage of him because he'll remember your face.
Yeah. No, that's good to know. There's some graphers watching this right now. New York graphers watching this right now, so I know.
New York?
Yeah, New York graphers. Yep.
I got I got something about Jeter they probably won't be too happy about.
Oh,
they already know. Jeter, let me tell you something. Jeter, he's all glitzer right here, but the later Jeter though, I seen him sign now, but when he was playing with the Yankees, it was not good. It was not a good look. It wasn't. I had to cover him a bunch of times too, because of the women he was with, and I was one of the first people to get him engaged with his wife now.
Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah. I was one of the first two to get that, but we got to talk off the record about his extracurricular extracurricular stuff. We got stories.
The gift baskets.
Oh,
the gift baskets.
We got the dungeon. We got dungeon stuff. Like my dungeon is like crazy right now. Let me out.
100%.
The story I can tell about him though is so it, like you said, right, early days of him playing. It was the All-Star game here in Chicago, And he used to go. He went to the Cheesecake Factory downstairs in the Hancock Building, real late at night. It might have even been closed, but they opened it up for him.
Of course.
So there's three little kids. They couldn't have been more than 8 to 10 years old, and they're with their father. And I'm sitting there because my uncle's there. So they're going downstairs to, there's like dips down and you can go whatever. They're hanging out there waiting for him. So here he comes. And, oh, Mr. Jeter. He goes, wait for me until I'm done eating. Right. So they wait like a couple hours. This guy, he comes out. Now, mind you, it's like real late. It must be like 1:30 in the morning. Nobody around, nobody on the street. He tells them to go to the card show.
Oh,
I'm like, come on, man. Kidding me?
oh, come on, man.
Little guys too, but that turned me off so much. Like after that, I just same thing over here with Scottie Pippen. No tipping Pippen, we call him.
Oh, but that's the whole story, like the Dungeon. Like, there's so many stories on him, like with Future. Future.
Yeah.
The rapper Future.
Stories with who?
So this is one of the only times I'm going to mention something like this, right? Because it's crazy, right? So this is what happens when you're a little boy, right? And a big fan of Chicago Bulls, and you try to get an autograph of Scottie Pippen, and he just pushes you out of the way.
Oh.
Right? And this is what happened to Future, right? Future never forgot, right? So when his chance came to interrupt a marriage in crisis, right? Future took his swing and he won, right? He won.
Hit out the park.
With Larissa.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that. So when he was a kid, he tried to get an autograph from Pippen? Oh,
yes.
Right?
But
that is awesome.
You gotta look more deeper in the story because I can't mention certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh my God. That's
positive. But again, you got to be positive with these kids, right? These kids will never forget.
Yeah.
Right? These kids will never forget. And Zion had crazy stories about, because he got denied so many times when he was a kid. He makes sure all the kids that wants an autograph, he makes sure every single kid gets an autograph from him. And his story is amazing too, and yeah, he stops for everybody, Zion. And he's another level.
I could believe that because I've seen at the Bulls games, so my brother-in-laws, they where they work, they have seats and a box and stuff. And we were there when Zion was playing his first game at the UC, and he did sign pregame for every single kid that was waiting for him before he went back into the locker room.
He said it. I just missed him going into the hotel, but the kids around there, they showed me a video of him saying, anytime you need an autograph, I will never deny you kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's nice.
And then you go to the backstory on it. He was like, he got denied so many times when he was young,
Wow.
and he promised he would never be that guy because the way they made him feel. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is,
nice,
yeah. And what these guys and these athletes, it happens a lot with athletes. A lot of these athletes don't know that you never know when you're going to run into that little boy or that person again when you're coming up. You're never going to be on top forever, right? So when you out there and you need something for your little kid and you was the person that was asking before, but now you're the one on top, that young person's on the one on top, and then you like, excuse me, mister, can you sign this? And he remembers your face. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be bad. That karma comes back and be like, yo, you remember that kid? He'll be whispering.
Miguel, you ever get shut down?
Uh-oh. No.
For what? No, I used to live right next to Yankee Stadium, but I never really timed it, like, because I was young, so I couldn't wait till they came out the locker room and stuff. So I never really. One time I saw Patrick Ewing in Atlantis in the resort.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
And I was like, that gotta be. It was from far, so I'm like, that gotta be. He's huge. He looked like Patrick Ewing. So I went up and I was like, yo, that's Patrick Ewing. When I'm looking, one of the security guards was like, yeah, and he's with Jordan. So I was like, oh yeah. So I went and I was like, can I get an autograph? And he was like, no.
I was waiting for that. Patrick Ewing.
So, Jordan, I heard that Jordan won't sign an autograph unless it's in his contract with Upper Deck. So unless there's a representative from Upper Deck there, he won't sign.
Let me tell you something. The most I've seen is Jordan. Jordan signed for a few young kids that I know because they were young, but he is one of the hardest ever, ever. Even to get a photo with, we came up with like master plans to get a photo with Michael. Yo, time it right. We got the cameras, right? Just time it right. Just act like you talking to him, and we got the pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I wanted to do that too. I was like, you know what? I want to do this too. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Jordan for so many years. Jordan really introduced me to basketball. Like I never seen nobody else but Michael. Once I saw Michael playing, this was like 1988, around that time. I was like, yo, Michael, Jordan. But during my career doing video and being a paparazzi, I met Michael like a good 8 times. And I couldn't stop doing video. You know what I'm saying? So I never got my chance to try to get a picture with him. But everybody I know took that chance. They were like, yo, forget these pictures. Hey, Mike, how's it going? And kind of looked up like this, like kind of looked up a little bit so they could get the picture with him.
I've lived here my whole life and never seen him one time.
Wow.
I've been to a game. I went to a game, but he was playing when I was really young, and that was about it. I never seen him on the streets. I never seen him out at a bar, a restaurant, a club, nothing. I can't believe it. Like, I was thinking about it today.
Let me tell you something. Michael has this like aura around him. He's definitely the real deal. Like he's the man. He's the man. You know, I got this like kind of inside thing with him, like because nobody could make him talk. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was around paparazzi and stuff, and I just be like, "Hey, Mike, what's going on? What are you doing, Mike?" Like I'll throw like little things that, "Mike, watch your step," and he'd be like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then he look at the camera, it's like, "Hey, you again?" Like I'm like,
that aura you're talking about. The ladies, the waitress that. Or waiter, whoever's serving that day in the suite at the United Center, I always ask them, like, you ever meet Michael Jordan? And most, if not all of them that have, they said, whenever they're in the owner's suite and he's there, everybody stops what they're doing, even if they're his friends, and it's just like a glow around him. Like everybody just bows down to him, no matter what he could just be sitting there eating chips and people are just staring at him.
So Jimmy giving you advice right now, Josh. He said, are you familiar with Medina Country Club?
Medina, yeah, definitely. I heard he used to, well, I know for a fact he used to fly a helicopter to one of the country clubs. I'm not sure if it was that one or Oak Park, but MJ was.
Advice. Look at this. MJ signs on golf. I heard about this too. Golf courses.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I heard about this too. If you go when he's playing golf, like one of those celebrity golf games, you could go there. You could go there and bring some stuff, and he will sign everything you have.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I think out of all the people that I've been blessed to meet,
thank you, Shannon.
If I just saw him in person, that would do it. That would put the icing on the cake for me, at least.
I bet from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, Chicago, you gotta.
I met people that are so famous. I could care less if being here, living here, if you meet someone like that, to me, it's like that just does it. That'd be cool from an athlete standpoint.
So they said he signs at Tahoe Tourney. The Tahoe
That's
Gold.
it. That's got to be in. That's my uncle that just.
That's Uncle? Hey, Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Uncle John, you gotta tell us about Lou Holtz.
Yeah. So one time, when he would tell me that's my uncle that would tell me, hey, the cones are out, you know. So I'd be waiting for the players.
Nice.
So what happened with
So
Lou Holtz?
I'm waiting. Just there's some college kids walking. I'm waiting for the bus, you know, bullshit or whatever with my buddy, and there's college kids walking like maybe 50 feet from me, and they're like, "Oh my God, Lou Holtz!" They're like, "My dad loves you," blah blah blah. And it's just this old man sitting there, leg cross, smoking a old pipe, you know, like the tobacco pipe,
Yeah,
and I smell it. And he's been sitting there next to me for, I don't know, half hour. I didn't even have a clue. So I Google this guy's name. I'm like, they're saying Lou Holtz. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this guy's like a Notre Dame legend, you know? Like he's the coach. So I went over there and talked to him, and he was super, super nice, like just old country guy.
Wow.
I totally regret not getting his autograph on a baseball. Should have got his autograph on a baseball. I didn't even think. My uncle asked me, he goes, "Did you at least get his autograph on a baseball?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You idiot."
But he's known for football, right? Is he known for baseball too?
Yeah. No, football. He was in town for a like a speaking convention or something. And he was just getting some fresh air, and I mean, this guy's sitting, I just thought it, you know, just a regular dude sitting there, not even knowing. So you never know who's around you.
Let me tell you something. This happened to me. I was waiting for Vin Diesel, and I was waiting in front of his hotel it was like 4 or 5 hours. And then this lady with like crazy curls was just hanging out in front of the hotel. I'm like, man, this lady looks familiar. I was like, man, you know, and she's around other females. And I'm like, man, who is this girl? I know who she is, but I can't put a finger on it. So somebody comes from inside the hotel. She's out there for like a good 20 minutes. And somebody comes out of the hotel, "Can you sign this for me?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." And she's like nice as could be, took a picture with the young man. And she goes back inside. And I'm talking to the little guy. I'm like, "Yo, who was that?" He was like, "It was Pat Summitt." Right? And I'm like, "Pat Summitt?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, man. All my basketball, what's the name just came off me. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't Pat Summitt. And
your friend played for her, right? Tamika Cummings, no?
So Tamika Catchings. I don't know if you look at if you ever watch women's basketball.
Not usually, no.
So my one of my best friends, and she's like one of my sisters, her name is Tamika Catchings, and she's going to the Hall of Fame with Kobe and everybody, you know, right now. She just got inducted to the Hall of Fame, Basketball Hall of Fame, you know. So
congratulations. That's awesome.
No, I know. I feel so like I knew she was gonna get in because her stats are just ridiculous. And she won championships, MVPs, and all this stuff. But I was there at the height of her career, and people used to just run to her and get autographs and everything. And she was just so gracious to everybody. And I used to tell her, I'm like, man, you know, most superstars are not like you. You know what I'm saying? But to be around that and be around greatness like her and just be so gracious like that, it was just an amazing kind of thing, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm happy for her, you know, Tamika Catchings, you know, she knows I love her. So yeah. She's one of the greatest all time. One of my favorite basketball players, period, though. You know, she was one
That's amazing.
Yeah. So let me see. There's a question that just popped up. I have a question for you guys. Do you think celebrities will be afraid to sign autographs because the coronavirus thing? Because I've heard celebrities now selling their autographs through Autographs to You.
Probably.
I don't know. I think so. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of just hesitation towards, you know, contact with people for a while. You know, I don't think people are gonna do autographs or nothing like that for, I want to say, a good, like, at least a year.
I can tell you one person that won't. Howie Mandel.
Oh, he's already a germaphobe. You know that. He's already
right.
So to take it to this level now, I mean, you can forget about it. You can forget.
He's gonna roll around in a bubble.
Oh Lord, it's over.
Oh my
So,
God.
Michael also asked another question about for you, Cesar. Though
Go ahead.
he said he liked the when they were following you around every day, being a paparazzi. You plan on doing that again? Why did you stop? And do you plan on doing it again?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to. I'm stepping into a whole different kind of thing now. My podcast. I'm loving doing the whole podcast thing. I might have a career in doing this kind of thing right here. So I'm trying to step into something different. But my love of being a paparazzi and stuff like that, it depends who it is too. It depends who the celebrities are. I had a good time at the moment. I was with my ex-partner at the time. We had a good time at the moment, but now, you never know. If the money's right, I'll probably get back into that.
That's one reason. It's pretty expensive to have somebody follow you around and all that stuff.
It is. But if somebody looks at the show and be like, you know what, Cesar, I think you could do this, and offers actual money to do it, then it's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll definitely get back into it.
Cool. Yeah. So
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I was gonna say one of the coolest celebrity that I've ever met was actually here because of the golf, the Ryder Cup gala, and he was the ambassador, Justin Timberlake.
What?
Right. So it was like last minute. My cousin said, "Man, my his dad got tickets or whatever from like a beer company." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in." Like it's not even the main event. It's just a pump up effect, at the Rosemont Theater. Okay, so everybody and their mothers there from all the Chicago. They got red carpet. All the Chicago athletes, like everybody famous from Chicago is there. So and then you got all the golfers. They introduced the USA versus the Europe. Right. So first time, so I got to see Tiger Woods on stage, McIlroy, everybody, Phil Mickelson. But afterwards, I told my cousin, I'm like, dude, I know where these guys park. Like, I know where their buses are. We're going. We're going to just hang out, even when we just get to see them. So I'm waiting. And this is when he just started dating Jessica Biel.
Oh, wow.
She wasn't on stage or anything like that. She never got introduced or nothing. But the SUV from the back door, she bolted. Like it took her 2 seconds. She got right in the SUV, slammed the door. And then there's two huge bodyguards. I mean, these guys are massive, right? And they're just surrounding it. And I'm like, you couldn't even tell that was Jessica. Like one of the little girls yelled Jessica, but I don't even know how they could have seen that it was her. Anyways, so here Justin comes out. I got a picture, but perfect tailored suit, right? He's sitting there smoking. I didn't even know a dude smokes.
Wow.
Cigarettes.
I didn't know that.
With that voice, yeah, he's sitting there smoking. He had 2 cigarettes within like 10 minutes. He's sitting there with his security guard smoking, right? So everybody's yelling, Justin. So over comes one of the big security guards, and he's like, all right, guys, listen up. No pictures and 1 autograph per person, and don't touch Justin. And then, sure enough, so I'm like, man, I got like a postcard. I brought a postcard and a Sharpie, right? Is it a postcard? Like one of those little guys that I don't know.
Like a cue card, right? Like one of those little
something like that. Yeah. Just in case a quick autograph,
Yes,
boom.
Yes.
And then I put it in a frame with the 8x10. You know what I mean? So anyway, I told my cousin, I'm like, listen, we're gonna get autographs and you're gonna snap a picture of me. Like I'm gonna tell him. So we had the phone like queued up. So he comes walking over. He's like, all right, guys, no sexy back jokes. So everybody starts laughing, right? All the girls and stuff. So I let sure all the kids got their autographs first, all the girls, everything, because I don't want to piss them off with the picture. So I'll have to send you the picture and you'll see. So I got autograph. My cousin got autograph, and then I go, "Hey JT, how about a picture?" And then his face, he's kind of like shocked. And then the security guard goes, "All right, that's it. We're all done here." And I'm like, "Thank the Lord." I'm like, "Dude, did you get it? Did you get it?" He's like, "Yeah, I got it." But before I say I pissed him off, but I just ended the whole thing. He was the coolest guy to everybody. Like the way he interacted with everybody, it was the way it should have been.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No. I love those moments. I've seen those moments so many times. Then I've seen the other JT that he runs into cars but I never had a bad thing to say about JT because he loves his fans. He truly loves his fans. And I've seen that time and time again. So, and that goes with other celebrities. Most of the celebrities are not going to like paparazzis. You know what I'm saying? Because they think that we're out to get them and stuff like that. And a lot of the paparazzis, they want to see good stuff happening. It's just when bad stuff happen, that bring out the bad in these paparazzis. It took a lot for me to turn the page and really focus on just straight up good. But some of my big jobs, I had to work like Tristan, right? Tristan, he was cheating on Khloe. Like I love Khloe Kardashian.
Oh yeah. So and you saw it the whole way.
I saw it the whole way, right? So once I saw that, I couldn't. Like one thing is cheating, right? Cheating to me, like if you don't want to be with your girl or something like that, don't. And the way he was doing it was so deliberate and so like, yo, I'm the man and I'm never gonna get caught type. I was like, oh, it's over. It just kind of drove me more. So in those kind of cases, like it's different. But when they're drunk and they're helpless and stuff like that, I really don't mess with that.
Scott
Disick is different too. So Scott Disick, because I'm a parent, and as a parent, I had to look for the parent code, right? Like I was like, what are you doing? I used to have real one-on-one talks with him. Like I used to be like, yo, what are you doing, man? Like at 4 o'clock in the morning, he was just with a couple of 18-year-olds, and it was like a mess.
His grandparents billionaires or something like that.
His parents, he's from the Hamptons, right? So he comes from a lot of money. But that's gonna be on the future podcast. He's on my list.
Okay.
He's on the wanted list. So my Money Shot podcast. That he's on there. He's on there definitely.
I got one with the when you see about you said about Tristan, right? You got to see it behind the scenes off the cameras what he was doing. But so I won't name a name, but number 12 that played for the Cubs and the Yankees. Okay. This guy married with I don't know how many kids, and this poor lady, whenever she was back in the country, he never had the same girl twice. But just blatantly bring all these females to the game. Like, no big deal. We're like, dude, we know, everybody here knows. The security guard knows you're married, everything. And this guy, oh man, millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
Sometimes they feel bulletproof. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Some do it great though. Some do it behind the scenes and never get caught. And they I'm not gonna mention no names, but they're real good at being one place and having the security bring the girls on the back door and that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But to be bluntly deliberate and just walking hand to hand like this, holding their butt and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got a family. It's a shame. You know what I'm saying? Both ways is a shame, but I'm just saying, put in some kind of effort or something. Like But at the end of the day, like if you don't want to be with the girl, just tell her you don't want to be with her. Just let her do her thing, and then you just be a playboy. Just do what you do, because girls do the same thing too.
I think it would be a funny, real good moneymaker if you had a video of, like, I used to see these call girls waiting for the players out by the hotels, right? What if you had one like a run-in with one of them that got pissed off at a celebrity and started beating the shit out of them? That would be awesome.
So let me tell you something, right?
Gotta be something like that.
At the Waldorf Astoria, right? It wasn't a celebrity, right? But we used to get phone calls all the time with guys that used to call downstairs and were like, they robbed me, they took everything. They took everything, right? So I used to come up there, right? First thing I used to see is the ring in their hand, right? And I'm like, all right, do you want me to call your wife? Right? And she's like, no, not really.
Hold on.
Yeah, it happened every week. It used to happen at least twice a week, but we had to pinpoint who the girl was so they don't deliberately do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like they had girls in there that was regulars that was like, you know what, they're doing their thing, as long as they don't, if the people let them do it, you can't really stop them, you know what I'm saying? Because, you're assuming, but I knew, right? But then they started doing undercover work inside the bars. And at one swing, they had like 15 girls downstairs. And they took all 15 girls. Yeah. And they were acting like they was interested. They were like, yeah, let's go upstairs. They had like an old retired cop. It's like acting like they're drunk. And they're like, yes, let's go. And they go upstairs and they come right downstairs taking pictures. And they all came out in handcuffs and shit,
Very well.
Yeah, that was the
wall. Jerry Springer, he lived in the Hancock building too, right? And you would never see him with the same two girls. He always had two girls with him, and you would never see him with the same ones twice.
How was Jerry Springer too? He was always old. He was born old.
If you would have had one video of that, you would have made a pretty penny right there.
He always carry a book. And two different girls all the time. He always have the newest Lexus. Every time it come out, before it even hit the mark, like it would be like he had some in with Lexus, and they give him. It'd be sitting in his parking spot in the garage there all the time. Wow. This guy.
That's fucking
Jerry Springer.
So,
yeah, and you know what the funny thing is, he definitely had the so he'd always have an Asian and an African American all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Jerry.
I was like, he's having himself some fun.
Oh my God. That Viagra thing was good.
I feel like even when he had the show, he was like 80.
Yeah.
He was old.
He was never young, right?
He was never young. Oh my God.
So Josh, anything you want to plug to the audience? What do you do? Anything that promote yourself?
I think I appreciate you guys having me on, first of all. Definitely. I'm always big fan of you guys both from the beginning. But I guess more or less if anyone's interested in helping save a life or at least educating everyone else in the world, you can look at dkms.org to sign up to be a match. It's free. You send your information to them. They'll send you a home kit with a swab, and then your DNA goes on the database on file. Either that or look into the Phoenix Light the Night walk for any donations in Phoenix, Arizona. Light the Night. Natalie, you can look at my story, the link that you guys posted. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully everybody can spread the word.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. So we had Mary yesterday. She's on here right now. What's up, Mary? She was amazing. Josh, you're amazing, brother. Thank you. We're honored to have I don't want to say fans because I feel like you guys are like family, especially now, Josh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's for sure.
And Maria, when we go to Serbia, same thing.
Yeah,
I never been to New York either. Never been to New York.
Come by.
You got brothers here now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sounds good.
I take you on one of those celebrity tour rides and stuff. And you might.
You know what I did? I did it in LA when we were out there for the filming. We did the LA, one of the LA tour things. Amazing. We got to see where like Biggie was shot and killed, unfortunately, obviously. a whole bunch of stuff on River Phoenix, where he died outside of the bar.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know,
Crazy.
Johnny Depp
Justin
was there,
Bieber's house, that glass house.
Yeah, you know,
Depp
Johnny
was
Depp
there. They said that. Yeah, I think
yeah.
I think he was co-owner or something.
Yes, he was there. He was there when he died. Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
crazy?
That was the whole thing. That was the whole kind of thing. Like Johnny Depp was there. They told him to leave. He was partying with Depp and all them. All them was into
and Joaquin.
Joaquin. All of them. They were all into the same kind of like that young celebrity kind of thing back then.
Man.
Yeah. It was told. You know, they took him out of there quick when he was ODing and stuff. So, but he was partying with them. He was partying with Johnny Depp and all of them. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we passed by super quick, you know, like Spago and Mastros and all that. But it was amazing to see because I watched, you know, I got the TMZ app, and usually those guys are always there at that restaurant. I'm like, this is where it is. Like, you would think it's something more than what it is, you know.
Let me tell you something. Me and Miguel, Miguel for the first time he came along for the experience, the paparazzi experience. It was at an all-time high when we took him to California, because it's not my hometown, right? So when I'm out there, it's straight up work and eat, right? We eat, work,
25 hours a day. I can't keep staying in this car, like waiting for this car. Like, I'm staying in a hotel today.
So one time we was like, Miguel was so tired, like he used to sleep in the back, and while we were doing our thing and stuff.
No sleeping, looking for celebrity.
I know. But
like,
you know,
work back here, right? I'm like,
and then, because I drive wild, I you know, especially when we following celebrities and stuff, like I gotta be one of the first cars. So Miguel got the first hand experience. But over there, we was doing from 8 o'clock in the morning to like 11 o'clock at night, all the time. All the time, 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was later than that.
But you know, in LA, everything closes at 1.
We went to One Oak, where Chris Brown, the shooting was in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Of Jay-Z's One Oak or whatever was I think Suge Knight or Chris Brown, one of those two guys.
Yeah, we did everything. I got some really good friends in LA, and they really took care of us when we was out there. And my other partner, Larry, he was with us too out there, and he knew LA like the back of his hand too. So we were everywhere. We was everywhere. We did it all in LA, and we almost got into fights over there because this one guy just thought that we was gonna stay over there. You know what I'm saying? They thought. And so
right.
And I was in the car, and then they called, and I called Miguel. Miguel was at the hotel, and I was like, "Yo, Miguel, these guys trying to fight people out here, you know?" And I was like, "Let me come back." So I came back around, and a couple cool paparazzis came, and they was like, "Listen, you are not fighting these guys. These guys take care of us when they come when they come to New York." LA guys come to New York, we always take care of the LA guys. You know what I'm saying? And for this one particular guy to come out of his mouth and try to fight, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, it was so much hate.
Pure ignorance.
Yeah. So, we squashed that real fast. And, we had a great time in LA. We had a great time.
No, that was fun.
I was dying to try and see like a random, like Justin Bieber just strolling, skateboarding around or something, you know? When we were doing it, because we went past his house, and they were like, it was like the blue glass house at the time. I think it was like $88,000 a month or something to rent, something crazy, or $188,000 a month, something insane. And I was like, man, if I just see this guy, that would top it off. We saw what's this? The old guy, something Boone. I got it on my phone, but I'm afraid to exit out right now on the Zoom. Yeah, it was cool. I guess he was like the Elvis. He's on the commercials for like, right now he's on commercials. The older guy, something Boone. I don't know, but he waved to us. Yeah, he was cool, dude.
Oh, Boomer Esiason.
No. His last name Boone.
Boone.
Okay.
Not Aaron Boone, right? Aaron Boone.
No, that'd be cool too. But
yeah. I met Aaron Boone a couple times. Now, LA was crazy though. LA, we had a good time. We got a lot of work done, you know. and we were all over it. We was all over the place over there, you know.
Mark Boone Jr. That's
Mark
Boone
Boone.
Jr. No, this guy was a singer. He's a singer.
Okay.
He's
not Michael Bublé.
No. I mean, this guy's like 90 years old.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna get that.
He was like the Elvis of his time. I don't know. I have to text you it or email you the name.
Okay. All right.
I'll let you know that. I'll let you know the athlete too that I'm talking that I know from the Cubs.
That one.
One more try. Pat Boone. No.
Yeah, that's it.
All right,
it. Pat Boone.
You get the gold star, J. Michael.
So J. Michael,
we
Michael
pulled over.
He's a paparazzi in LA. J. Michael.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we pulled over off the side of the road. Off the side of the road, and they were like, "Oh, Pat Boone lives here," and you never really know. Like these guys always say, "This person lives here, this person lives there," but sure enough, he goes, "Holy shit!" He goes, "Here he is. He's pulling in," and he had this old Bentley. I think it was a Bentley or Rolls Royce. I'm sorry, it was a Rolls Royce, and he got out and waved to everybody. It was pretty cool. I didn't have a clue who the guy was, but my mom, she was like, "Oh, Grandma would know who that guy is." They love that guy.
No, I get it. Yeah, what's the name? Yeah, it was
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, no, Justin. Let me tell you something. When we went out there, I knew Justin was going to be there because a couple of girls that lived there already told me Justin was there. So when I went out there, we focused on Justin, and we was running into Justin
too, right? We went. It's like a lot of people were there.
Yeah. So I actually got to talk to Justin a few times out there, and yeah, it was cool. Paparazzi shot me with Justin and stuff. It was crazy. But it was a great time. It was a great experience. But I love New York, man. Like it's nothing like New York. It's nothing like
this.
I'll go back.
The LA, the guy from LA that's paparazzi right now on there. Does he know? Do you know if it's true about Mark Wahlberg? Every Sunday, he goes after church. He goes to a hotel for breakfast with his family, and supposedly he'll sign autographs and stuff for people. Ooh. It's like every Sunday, religiously, this guy goes to this hotel, a famous hotel. I forget the name of it right now, but I guess he'll do it.
So check this out. He said he's met you, Cesar, and he met you too, Josh, in Chicago.
No way. Small world, man. Really?
When they were filming Public Enemies.
Downtown?
I don't know. Let's see if he answers. That's pretty great.
After this, look at his picture. But I know some of the paparazzis out there.
Is the Public Enemies the movie with Johnny Depp?
I think it is.
The gangster one, right?
Yeah, the gangster one. Yep.
Man, we did a tour too where the original, like the real gangster died. That everybody picks off the wood off of the.
He said by Wrigley Field. By Wrigley Field.
Yeah, I mean it's more than likely you definitely seen me there.
He said cool. 6'6", long blonde hair.
6'6", long blonde hair.
I wish I was 6'6", man. I wouldn't be so chunky.
Michael, where'd you meet me at? Michael? J. Michael?
You got to have him on as a guest next. That'd be cool.
I guess in LA? Here, in LA.
In LA?
He said, tell Josh I got into it with Ed Zur.
See, I'm not remembering. I don't know if it was me.
Oh yeah.
Man. I mean, I was always around Wrigley Field around 2007 to like 2009. I basically like lived there.
Okay. Cesar, you said he met you in LA. Is that when we went?
Yeah, that's when we went. But we were, you know how we was getting out there. It was crazy. It was crazy.
There was like 1,000 paparazzi out there. That shit was crazy.
It was nuts. It was crazy. Like some jobs, like remember the job we went out for Jessica Simpson's sister? We went out to like where she lived at.
Ashley. Ashley
Ashley
Simpson.
Simpson. Yeah, she was working out with her husband now, Diana Ross's son,
Wow.
grandson. What hold on. You and another heavy set pap from New York was radio
With Radio Man.
was with Radio Man.
Larry?
Not he must have been thinking with Larry, and I was never out there with Radio Man though. I never went out there with Radio Man. So he might have me with somebody else. But I know I have a few really good paps out there that I want to bring on so they could kind of give another side of how LA is. You know what I'm saying? And kind of tell their story, how they roll out there. So, you know, that's coming up very soon.
I told you, Michael, DM us. He'll be on the show.
Yeah,
See, I've been
yeah.
1998. He's been papping.
Why is it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Damn.
88?
He knows Keith Johnson. I remember Keith.
Yeah, Keith is my guy. He Keith is my guy. Jameson, I heard of Jameson, been on, yeah. But Keith is my guy, you know. Yeah.
Why is you think because of the weather here in Chicago that we have very small amount of paps and celebrities compared to New York and LA?
Let me tell you something. I went to boot camp in Chicago. You guys don't play with winter, man. Winter is not the game. Like New York, we go through our stuff. Ain't nothing like Chicago winter. Nothing. It was so bad out there that I had to cover my mouth, and it was like you can't breathe because you get something in your throat because the air was so thin.
It just freeze up.
It was negative 30 when I was there. I was like, never again. I would never.
Hey, just to warm up the moment, right? It just popped in my head. So
Good.
My uncle would say when Jennifer Aniston was with Vince Vaughn, they had a building not too far away from the Hancock building. And all the workers, they'd be having binoculars and she'd be out on the top deck sunbathing.
Oh. Naked?
Yeah,
I don't think so, but I don't think that. If they probably fall out the window if that was the case.
Oh my God! Especially she was extra fit in that movie. I remember her in that movie. She was like
actually, speaking of Vince Vaughn, that guy, total jagoff.
Oh yeah.
certified prick.
Oh
that
my
guy.
God.
He at the Blackhawks games, he go all the time and just be so ignorant to people. It's not even funny. I'm like, it's a huge turnoff.
So Shivani was like, OMG 247 Pamps. I remember you from One Direction fangirl days. Laughed my butt off. Well, I was not the fangirl, but
You were.
It looked like I was wearing a skirt.
I'm a cool ass
Like, Cesar, remember the fangirl days? I don't remember those days.
fangirl.
I know. I'm just joshing. I'm joshing right now. I'm joshing.
When you filmed, did you put like a 24/7 Paps on the t-shirt or on your camera or anything to let them know?
I have the 24/7 Paps stuff on right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I never put it on my camera because that was like kind of the start. We were really, breaking through like different kind of barriers because we was getting so much hate as far as being paparazzi and being around these big time up and coming stars. So One Direction, I was already dealing with Justin Bieber, Rihanna a little bit at the time, but I known Rihanna and stuff like that, but I wasn't with the fans that much. Like I was kind of taking off with like Justin Bieber, and then One Direction came, and it was so humongous that every video I was putting up, it was like 150,000 views. 300,000 views. But not only that, the fans were like salivating for it. They were like, come on. They were like pushing me. They were like, come on, Cesar. I know you can do it. No. Like, I want more. It was this frenzy of just wanting more and more and wanting to know more about the boys that I was just like, that was my drive. Like, I wasn't making that much money off the boys. Like literally, like UK and stuff like that, they'll pay me all right. But only when Harry was going out with Taylor Swift, that's when it started kind of being like real money time. You know, like Harry and Taylor Swift together was like thousands of dollars started coming in from that.
Instant.
In the beginning, it like people were like, all right, you know, whatever. It was more of building my brand and making people know that I put out the best content out there when it comes to fans, and I was doing it for the fans that could never see One Direction, the one that was driving me, you know. So that's why my videos. A lot of the videos are kind of like airborne. Like I do it above the fans and from a fan's perspective, you know, so they could think and they could feel like they're the fans that's getting pictures or video with the celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing it mostly for the fans, you know, and I still do. And that's the reason why I can probably pretty much never leave the game, because there's going to be a time that fans going to need somebody to be out there to get them footage and get them stuff like that, especially with the K-pop, with BTS, you know. And Shivani, what I appreciate the most was that you were always doing what you could to be respectful.
That's nice.
You know, and that's what it was, you know. It was nothing for me, because that's my motto, right? I treat people the way I want to be, you know, I want to be treated, you know. So, you know, it was pretty easy to do that. It was just kind of switching my whole mentality of just not making money and building the brand, one, and just helping out fans. That was the other thing.
Yeah, I got one question. So female and male wish list of who you would love to meet that you have not, for both of you.
Woo. That's a good one. So Barack Obama, I want to meet him. I want to meet him personally. Like, I want to take a picture with him and actually talk to him, right? But I need that picture with him just so people know that
I did it.
I was right there. Like, I got invited. He came to the Bronx and I got invited. I was right there. And I was like, if I had to jump over chairs though. And I was like, if I jump over this chair, are they gonna shoot me? So,
Miguel,
hey, that's risk reward.
I got shot. Yes. So my wish list, male Barack Obama all the way. I want to take a picture with him, but I really want to just talk to him just for like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just feels like a bro. Like we could just talk and talk for a while, but you know, the people will be like, yo, you got to keep it moving, you know. But Barack Obama. But for female, like I met Oprah. Oprah was interesting, you know. Oprah, you know, I had a kind of thing with Oprah that we were like real cool for a while. Then, you know, I stopped seeing her, but Oprah was amazing, and that was a kind of thing with Oprah. I don't know. You guys come back to me with the female. Let me think. Let me think about that one. That was a great question, though, Josh.
What about you, Miggy?
So yeah, I mean, I got to run. We've been rocking for a long time. Good stuff.
All right.
Sounds
good.
For days, and when you come to New York, you got to hit us up. And definitely, thank you for watching. Cesar.
Oh yeah, no. Thank you for having me.
Words for the audience, and Cesar, you too.
Good. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Probably Michelle Obama. I'll do the both Obamas. All right. So, so I can finish it off.
There you go.
So Josh, any final words for you?
Oh, thank you guys for having me. I guess mine would be Michael Jordan and Carrie Underwood.
Oh, that's really good.
So one thing I forgot to tell you, J. Michael said you gotta have a red Sharpie if you ever want to try to get a signature from Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. Great advice.
Good
Great
to know.
advice. That's dope.
So,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cesar, any final words?
So final words, stay home, do something productive. Much love, much love. Anybody else that wants to just come hang out with us, Josh is our brother now, so yeah, just just want to show you guys love always, every time, with the show love.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Everybody.
Time. Peace.
Peace.